Hey, whippersnappers, it's Tortimer the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Gray version. Today we are taking on the evil team of the Gray region, and starting off with Grunt Red Wolf, and he led off with his Zubat, which pretty easily handled our Spinnerack, but Robin was able to come in and clean up there. Before you turning out on the Stinker and coming on out, letting Zelda finish off with the close combat. Then Inkling comes in, we get another close combat off, almost kills the Inkay. The Inkay is going to come at us with the superpower, which is going to kill, probably because of our half defenses there, because of our close combats, and is going to take down Zelda. Gets the stat boost, but Bandit is able to come in with the extreme speed and finish off. Then Fang comes in with the Sucker Punch. I throw up the Belly Drum, so we avoid the Sucker Punch. Get that going there, and then we're going to be able to extreme speed Fang into Oblivion. So Grunt Red Wolf down, evil will not prevail. Let's check out the next one, shall we? Here we go. Thanks for your submission, Red Wolf, by the way. Appreciate the weekly participation. Here we go. Here we go with battle number 2. We go up against Grunting Aryan, and he has a evil grass team here. Shelob comes in, gets confused by the Lilip after setting up the sticky web. We're able to heal back up with our berry juice, but the ancient power is going to come right back in and do some damage to us. We get one poison jab off, we don't get the poison status effect, and Shelob's going to go down. Again, Zelda comes in to revenge kill for Shelob. They must be pals, and able to take down the Lilip without a ton of problem. Then the Pumpkaboo Super comes in with a broken Sprite, apparently, for some reason. Excuse me, and Robin's going to quickly acrobatics it into Oblivion there. Leaving room for the Phantom to come in, get its speed lowered. We throw up the Flame Charge. We get the speed boost. The Venom Drench fails. I'm not sure what that does exactly, but we're able to U-turn and finish off the Phantom, taking down Grunting Aryan. So thank you again for your participation, Aryan. I greatly appreciate those of you guys who see the same guys popping up every week, and so I appreciate you guys continuing to support. For those of you guys who have not yet tried out participating in these sub-day challenges, make sure you do so. It's a lot of fun, and you guys can get your faces on YouTube. So, thank you again, Grunting Aryan. Let's check out the next one. Here we go. Alright guys, here we go with battle number 3. We went up against Grunts Cad, and Scad leads off with Vixie, who is gonna wreck Shelob there. Spinnerack goes down. Zelda once again comes in for the revenge kill. So yeah, definitely sisters for life there. They bring in Callus, their Sandshrew. Toadette's gonna come then in at that point. Gotta get the Spore up on Polly, the coughing there. So then Sprout comes in. The Leech Seed is going to be not effective against Sprout, but the Sludge Bomb is unfortunately going to be effective against Toadette, and Toadette's going to go down without doing a whole lot there. Blackavar then comes in. We set up the Hone Claws to get our accuracy up so that our moves will actually land, but then Sprout's going to land that Sleep Powder and put Blackavar to sleep. At this point, we are going to switch out, not wanting to get hit with the Earthquake, so we bring in Robin. Robin can easily avoid the Earthquake, being a flying type, and then we throw up the Acrobatics, which doesn't do much, but it's going to do a little bit of damage to Callus, which will end up being useful here in a bit. Bandit's able to then Belly Drum, which is going to activate our Berry Juice, so that's useful. We're able to then take an Earthquake and throw up the Seed Bomb to take out the Sandshrew. So that brings Diesel in, the Houndour, which Bandit's able to extreme speed without a whole lot of trouble. Polly's able to take 1, but unfortunately asleep due to Toadette's Spore, so Spore coming into effect, able to allow Zigzagoon to easily take care of the coughing. And then Zigzagoon is pretty well going to sweep through the rest of Grunts Cad's team. Definitely, Bandit is a little bit OP. A little bit OP. It's funny how dominant a Zigzagoon can be. But that's Little Cup for you. Anyway, thank you, Scad, for the battle. Appreciate your continued support. And let's check out what the rest of these grunts have for us in store and see if we can't make our way all the way up to the evil admin. Here we go. Alrighty guys, here is our last grunt battle for today. We went up against Mac, the Arctic animal, and Sandy comes in, throws up that Earthquake. Shelob is able to hang on and get the sticky web up. We go for the X-Scissor then as opposed to the Toxic Spikes because they've got a couple of poison Pokemon on their team, where most of the Pokemon are poison types. So that would pretty much, I think as soon as one of those comes in, the Toxic Spike goes away anyway, and it wouldn't be effective against them, so it wasn't worth trying it. We just figured we'd go for taking out Sandy there, which worked out pretty nicely. Then Zelda comes in after Robin does a little bit of work against Trevor, takes that Rock Blast, so that worked out very nicely. And then they're going to bring in Sam. Sam is going to take a Earthquake from Zelda, but then Zelda's going to come out because that doesn't do much at all. Toadette comes in to absorb the Dragon Claw, though, and gets the Toxic Orb Poison Heal going. So she's going to get a little bit of damage back after doing some good work against Sam. Then we're going to Giga Drain to get the rest of our health back here from the Scraggy. So Sam goes down there, Toadette heals up a little bit more, and Sally's going to come in. I guess I should note Toadette is new on the team this week. Everybody else is pretty much the same. But I figured, you know, there's some early grass types, so I figured I'd switch up the team a little bit, add a grass type to the team for some coverage. Toadette did, I mean, wasn't a huge player, but did some good work for us this week. Robin comes in then to clean up the Skorupi after it took out Toadette. Then Robin comes in, uses the U-turn. We're going to bring in Blackavar. Blackavar's going to absorb that Thunderbolt very well. And then throw up the Home Claws, but Castra is going to go for the Explosion this turn, or the Self-Destruct. But Blackavar's got pretty good defenses. He was able to absorb that as well, so that worked out very nicely. He was able to then get the Drill Run off on the Venipede, but it wasn't enough to kill, and Shelob has to come in to clean up for Blackavar. At that point, Trevor comes in. Shelob throws up the X-Scissor. Not enough, and the Drain Punch isn't going to do much either, so bit of a standoff there. Throw up the X-Scissor again, still not doing a ton. The Frustration is going to be enough to kill Shelob, though, and Arctic Animal, or Mac, is able to draw blood, and then Zelda comes in to revenge kill for Shelob again. I didn't really notice that until we're recording, but Zelda must really have a thing for Shelob. Those two are best buds. Alrighty, so we've taken out all the grunts. Let's make our way to the admin. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we go against admin Techno Penguin, and they led off with their Archon, who's going to throw up the Stealth Rocks. We get the Sticky Wig up, and they start throwing up the Stone Edge, which misses, and then they go for the Earthquake, which does decent enough damage to get our Berry Juice activated at the very least. But then the Acrobatics is going to come in and finish off Shelob, which brings Zelda in, gosh, to revenge kill with the Ice Punch, so that works out. Seems like Zelda's got the coverage base to protect, to take on whatever's good against Shelob, apparently. Blackavar comes in at that point. They throw up the Shadow Ball, which is going to kill before we're able to really set up our Home Claws, so that's unfortunate. But Robin's going to come in and get the Acrobatics off, which takes down the frail Ghastly. Inkay then comes in, gets a speed boost from the Sticky Web, but is poisoned. Robin takes the Psycho Cut and is able to U-turn out even with Inkay's speed boost. Let's see, Zelda comes in at that point against the Corefish. Corefish is going to go ahead and throw up the knockoff here against Toadette, which is going to get rid of our Toxic Orb, so we don't get any of the healing going on this battle. But we are able to get... well, no. Even here, so the thing is poisoned. I'm just not paying attention. I throw up the Spore, hoping to put to sleep, forgetting that it's already poisoned because of the spikes. But whatever. You get misplaced sometimes. Toadette is still able to withstand the Corefish and kill it. At that point, we set up the Hidden Power Fire, which is going to do a little bit of damage to Poniard, but not a lot. And then Zelda's going to come in with the Close Combat after taking a hard Sucker Punch from the 2x attack Poniard. But thankfully the Sucker Punch is resisted by Zelda, so she's able to withstand it. Scraggy comes in at that point, though, and is going to take another Close Combat and go down. So, good battle there from admin Techno Penguin. Really, again, for all of you guys this week, because all of you are repeat battlers, I greatly appreciate all the support that you guys have given this series, and that you continue to come back week in, week out to participate in this. This is really cool. For those of you guys who haven't yet, I encourage you to do so. Pokemon Showdown is a free battle platform. Link, as always, in the description down below, and you can go ahead and get yourself some battles in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've got to switch over to the spreadsheet, and we're going to see what our battle scenario is going to be for next week, so you guys can start building your teams. Let's check it out, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we go. So let's see, we've got 1 through 6 here, which will determine over in encounter type what our battle is going to be. So let's jump over here. 1 through 6, generate, gives us a 3, but we just did Evil Team. We're not doing that one again. Let's see what this gives us. 3, 6. All right, so 6 gives us a root trainer. Alrighty, so you guys will be taking the role of a regular root trainer this week. So in order to do that, let's see, we need to scroll over a little bit. So we've got our different roots here. You can see over here, we have 1 through 12. Okay, so let's change this up a little bit. Let's generate, and we will be battling number 10. So we are walking through a volcanic area. Let that inform your team building as you wish, but you are a trainer hanging out in a volcano. And we will be doing, again, as the rules have generally, as the rules state, let's use words, shall we? The tier we're using is going to be the tier for the next, up to the next gym. So since the next gym is also Little Cup, we're using Little Cup again until we beat Gym 2, and then we'll be using NU and so on and so forth. But now you guys need to build a regular trainer team for a person who hangs out at a volcano and uses Little Cup Pokemon. Alright? Makes sense to everybody? I hope so. I look forward to seeing you guys this week. The times and everything for when battling will be open is in the description down below. I will tell you that the 5 to 6 o'clock time slot is generally the most, I don't know, that's the hardest for me to get to, so sometimes I won't be on. Sometimes I can make it work, but usually I think that was more wishful thinking on my part. I seem to always be busy. I'm getting home late, dealing with the dog once I get home, I have to make dinner, or my wife and I are going somewhere or something, so 5 to 6 may not be the best. If you can get in the morning or afternoon time slots, that'd probably be for the best. But let me know if you're having difficulty getting in because of the time. If it's just not a time slot that works for you, but you really want to participate, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see what we can do. I can try and move some things around a little bit to make some special acceptances if I need to. But again, you're a regular root trainer in a volcano using Little Cup Pokemon this week. I look forward to seeing you guys out on the field, and we'll battle it up good this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, and I'll see you all back here next time. Have a good one.